Hello my loves, and welcome to your weekly ASMR Reiki point of view session. Today's session will be on learning to release control, allowing yourself to go with the flow. So if you know from yourself that you have a hard time letting go of control and allowing life to take you places instead of trying to control every single outcome, then this video is perfect for you. Before I get into the session, I also want to let you know what kind of ASMR and sound triggers that will be coming up, so that if there are any triggers that will prevent you from falling asleep, then you know in advance to maybe click on another video. So we'll have some crystal tapping. It'll be a very gentle kind of tapping. We have some singing bowl action coming up as well. And then if I feel called to, later in the session we might have some rattling sounds as well, like this. Before we get into today's session, I would like to thank KLIMA for sponsoring this video. Climate change is the biggest challenge of our generation, and its consequences will affect all of us more than we often dare to admit. Let's not sit back and trust others to solve this for us. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get everyone involved. How? By making climate action simple, effective, and rewarding. And that's where KLIMA comes in. KLIMA is an affordable monthly subscription. You can plant trees, promote green energy projects, and improve lives around the globe, all while learning about climate healthy living and inspiring others to get involved. With KLIMA, it's easy to go carbon neutral. You can calculate your carbon footprint in only a short 3 minutes. You can fund climate projects that capture or reduce the same emissions elsewhere. You can also learn how to reduce your footprint further, one lifestyle change at a time. And you can invite your friends to join KLIMA and track how your climate impact multiplies. Join me and go carbon neutral with KLIMA today to get 10 extra trees planted in your name. It's simple. Just click the link and enter my code WHISPERS10 to claim your trees. Let's make our planet a greener place together. Thanks again, KLIMA, for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to click the link below and use my code. Now let's get back to the ASMR Reiki session. I'm going to take some time first to help ground the energies in your body and in the room here. And for that, I'm going to be using honey calcite. I found these ones on a walk here in Ibiza. They're massive and absolutely gorgeous. And I have 2 of them, so we will be using these by either side of your hip to help ground your energy and to help pull the energy back into your body. We have another slightly smaller piece here. So beautiful. There we go, look at that. So, put this one on the other side of your hip. Just about here. There we go. And then, before we get into the Reiki part of today's session, I want to take some time to help you come back to the present moment, to help release some of the energies of today. So just take a moment to reconnect to your body. Notice how you're feeling. How's your body feeling? And without putting too much labels, just try to feel into the sensations of your body. A lot of times when we are in that state of wanting to control everything around us, we are very much in our head space. We lose connection with our body. And so let's take some time to reconnect. Draw the energy out of our mind and bring it back to our bodies. Notice your breath, and notice how your breath moves the body. Become aware of your heart space, your chest. Notice if there is any tension. How open is your heart right now? Allowing your heart space to open up, to release, to relax. Letting go of today. Coming back to the present moment. Releasing. For our smoke cleanse today, we are using this dragon's blood incense. Dragon's blood. And we're going to use the incense to clear any fear from our aura when it comes to the expected outcome that we are maybe fearing, whatever it is that drives us to want to take control. A lot of times we feel the need to take control when we're afraid of what the outcome of the situation will be, or we don't trust that things will stay together or fall into place unless we have control over every single part that plays into it. So we'll be using the incense to release some of that fear that we have around maybe the worst case scenario or the expected outcome. So take a moment to connect with the flame. Set your intention if you want to, if you have any. I'll be using my seagull feather to disperse the smoke all throughout your aura. And if there are any fears that you have about the situation that you find yourself in, any fears that make you want to go into full control mode, just bring those to the foreground. Imagine pushing them out of your body into your aura. And I'll be gently clearing them, brushing them out of your energetic field. Just keep bringing them to the foreground, gently pushing them out into your auric field where we can brush them away. The incense will keep burning throughout the rest of the session. I'm just going to put it off to the side here. And then when we're ready for the Reiki part, I will be using this flower agate crystal point to draw symbols, Reiki symbols, on various locations on your body. There are a few chakra points that we'll be focusing on for today's session to help you release some of that control, to help you establish more trust in life, in the universe, or God, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to get started with your crown chakra, which is located at the top of your head. Just gonna draw the symbols there. Gently press those in. Seiki, Seiki, Seiki. Chakure, chakure, chakure. Really good. And then I will be applying some Reiki on your crown chakra. The crown chakra is the place through which we connect with the divine. It's also the place from where we receive guidance, divine guidance, about what to do next. So I want you to bring to mind to trust the process, to trust your intuition. Bring to mind the times that things did work out for the best, even though maybe in the moment itself it felt like everything was falling apart, or it was maybe a really anxious situation to go through. Just remember those moments where it did work out, where things in the end did make sense. Allow yourself to reconnect with life all around you, to trust everything is working out just perfectly. And I'm just sending Reiki to your crown chakra now to help reestablish that trust, strengthen that relationship to the divine, knowing that you can trust it. Knowing that you don't have to carry it all yourself. Now moving on to your third eye, which is located right between your eyes. Gently pressing that in. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Chokure, chokure, chokure. Really good. I'm just going to send some Reiki to your third eye to help you see the bigger picture, the bigger perspective here. And whenever I find myself in a situation where I feel out of control, I remind myself that there's no fun in being able to control everything in your life. The most beautiful and unexpected things happen to us when we release control, when we allow life to surprise us from time to time. And life cannot surprise us when we are constantly holding on tightly to the reins, to the control. So if you have a hard time seeing the bigger perspective in your situation, maybe just ask for guidance. You can ask it in a prayer, while you're meditating, or any time, and just stay open to the signs. As life is meant to be co-created with the universe or with God, whatever you call that energy. And it's so much more fun to do it with that energy instead of all by yourself. So just trust and let go. I promise you things will not fall apart, and if they do, it's because they had to. Because something else, something more beautiful and more aligned is coming in. And then moving on to your heart center. Chakra, chakra, chakra. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Chakra, chakra, chakra. And then I'll be applying Reiki to your heart center as well. to help you stay open to love. For a lot of us, our default reaction is to fall into fear when something doesn't work out the way we intended to or planned to. But can you trust instead that this rejection is a redirection, or this perceived failure is a redirection? A lot of us who tend to be more on the controlling side are also perfectionists. So if you know that letting go of control is one of the big lessons in your life, then be gentle with yourself in this as well. Don't try to become perfect at letting go. So give yourself more grace, more space to learn, more space for errors and faults and mistakes. It's all good. You're doing well. Allowing your heart to relax, surrendering the hold that you have on your heart. Allowing your heart to relax, to take up more space. Imagine a green light enveloping your heart. Feel this green light feeding your heart energetically, strengthening it, and strengthening your connection to the world around you. And then the last chakra we'll be focusing on is your root chakra to help you remain grounded. Chakra, chakra, chakra. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Chakra, chakra, chakra. And I wanted to focus on the root chakra here as well, to help our body to stay grounded during this time. When we are in that mode of wanting to control everything around us, all the energy is drawn to our head. So we want to bring the energy back down into our body, help this energy remain rooted. Anxiety is basically an overstimulation of your head space. You're unable to ground the energy back through your body. And that's why you might feel very jittery, very on edge. It's because this energy is trapped and it doesn't have an outlet the way it normally does. So just allow any remaining energy from your head, any anxious thoughts to be drained down the body towards your root, allowing it to ground into Mother Earth from your hips down, remaining connected with your body, with the present moment. You don't need to have everything figured out. You can just take one step at a time. Whatever step appears in front of you first, just focus on that. Little baby steps, which will help you to stay centered in the now. Just helping to root this energy down through your legs. Feel your hips become heavy and relaxed. Allow the energy to flow again throughout your whole body. Okay. I'm going to use my rattle to remove any last bits of energy that is maybe blocked or stuck somewhere. Just to really allow things to get back into flow. And when we try to control our whole life, not only are we allowing this energy to get stuck in our head and are we creating blockages in our body, the same is happening on the exterior in your life. When you are too controlling, too contracted in your mind, you contract your life around you as well. You contract and narrow the possibilities of solutions coming to you, possibility of even better outcomes coming to you. When you're too controlling, you could contract your relationships with other people, the flow of energy between people, the love. So as within, so without. As we learn to relax our bodies, to allow the internal flow to be optimal, we do the same thing externally. We allow life to flow more easily, and we surf the waves instead of being crushed by them. So next time that you feel yourself in a situation that is not how you expected it, ask yourself, how can I dance with this? How can I dance with it? How can I move with it? Where is it trying to guide me towards? So we're just breaking up those last little bits of stuck energy, stagnant energy with the rattle. Just going to come closer around your head as well. Make sure we're clearing your headspace even more, breaking up any stuck patterns of mental thoughts, any mental habitual patterns that we know aren't good for us or aren't serving us, breaking those up, breaking up those connections in your brain to allow new and better coping mechanisms to set in. Alrighty, my loves. That was it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon on Sunday for another video.